My name is Yuna Thornburn, and I am married to Alvar Thornburn. Throughout my life, I have devoted myself to earning his affection. In this pursuit, I found it necessary to remove any rivals who sought to claim his heart. While it is regrettable that such drastic measures were required, I firmly believe that Alvar is meant to be with me alone. He does not have the option to choose anyone else. And should I be unable to have him, then I will ensure that no one else does either. I found myself in competition with 7 other young women for the honor of becoming Alvar's queen, especially after he was crowned the new king of the Nether. His regal appearance in his crown and attire captivates me completely. And I am determined to be his queen. I will not allow any of these unworthy contenders to win his affection, even if it means resorting to drastic measures. My love for Alvar runs deep, and I am prepared to do whatever it takes to secure our future together. I observed these young women intently, undermining every strategy they devised to capture Alvar's affection. Each attempt faltered, which only fueled my optimism regarding my own prospects. It seemed impossible for them to love him as deeply as I do. My feelings for him are limitless. He brings me joy and vitality. My sole desire is to ensure his happiness and to provide the love he has been deprived of throughout his life. He is my life, my love, my one true companion. I am committed to alleviating his sorrow and distress, aspiring to be a devoted wife and the mother of our future child. Before my encounter with Alvar, I often sense an emptiness within me. As a child, I struggled to experience wholeness or any genuine emotions. I felt numb and insignificant in this world. It was as if I were unable to perceive colors, hear enchanting melodies, or feel joy. My existence was characterized by shades of black and white, dullness and gray, accompanied by loneliness and sorrow. However, everything transformed when I first laid eyes on Alvar. He awakened feelings in me that I had never imagined possible. He was the missing piece I had yearned for so deeply. I fell in love with him and desired to belong solely to him. I wanted to reciprocate the emotions he inspired in me, to bring him happiness, love, and understanding, and to make him feel cherished. I succeeded in that endeavor. I became his queen, showering affection on him and our son. I miss my 2 boys dearly in the afterlife. I'm confident that I made the right decision to protect Alvar during the war, even at the cost of everything I held dear. I know he longs for me. I can sense when he thinks of us or dreams of me. He is so tender-hearted. One day we shall be reunited. Until that moment arrives, my love, I will be waiting for you, eagerly anticipating the warmth of your embrace once more. I love you, Alvar. I always have and always will.
My own son has betrayed me, aligning himself with the very species that took the life of my beloved Yuna, his mother. I am Alvar Thornburn, once the king of the Nether, but following the war and my son's treachery, I find myself reduced to a mere nether being, trapped in the overworld. My only companions are my 2 inept royal guards, Joey and Charlie. I have lost everything: my home, my wife, my life, my crown, and my son. The weight of my suffering is immense. I've endured the loss of my sister, Cora, and my wife, Yuna, and now I face the void of losing all else. My sanity diminishes with each passing moment. However, I am resolute in my plan to eradicate every single gray-skinned monster on this wretched planet. I will reveal the monster they have created in me. I seek vengeance against them, my ungrateful son, and justice for my wife's untimely death. They will tremble before me, pleading for mercy, yet none shall be granted. I will reclaim what is rightfully mine and rule with an iron fist. First, though, I must address the issue posed by my granddaughter, Natalie Thornburn, who has cursed our royal lineage with her son, Asher Thornburn, conceived with the enemy, an act my son failed to prevent. It is indeed disheartening to witness my son allowing his daughter to tarnish our lineage by associating with that unsavory illager. He chose to marry a commoner instead of a woman of noble birth, which is a source of great frustration for me. The mere thought of that woman, who dares to don my wife's crown, ignites a fury within me. Furthermore, there is another illager who believes she can alter perceptions about her kind, which are often viewed as malevolent. Valkyrie Wind, the so-called protector of a nearby village, has proven elusive. Joey and Charlie consistently fail in their attempts to apprehend her. It is hardly surprising given their inability to follow my directives effectively. Nevertheless, I must work with the resources at my disposal, which unfortunately includes them. The illagers seem to think they can coexist peacefully, oblivious to the devastation they have wrought. This is utterly unacceptable, and I will ensure they face the repercussions of their actions. As for that boy, Asher, he does not hold the same esteem in my eyes as a Thornburn. When the opportunity arises to confront him, he will experience a level of fear he has never known, and I will ensure my son witnesses the consequences that await that insolent child. The great mob war, a conflict I initiated, a conflict I should have triumphed in, were it not for my ungrateful offspring and that fiery-haired human woman. I had opened nether portals throughout the overworld, unleashing my piglin and nether-being army to seize all the resources we desired and more, resulting in chaos, darkened skies, and significant bloodshed. In that moment, I was at the peak of my power, commanding my soldiers as the cowardly villagers fled in terror. However, those troublesome guardians intervened, sending that red-headed woman to confront me and my forces, alongside the illager abominations they had conjured. Before long, my son aligned himself with her, attempting to persuade me to cease hostilities and pursue peace. That foolish child, what was he thinking? I made it clear that I would not relent until everything belonged to my kingdom, under my command. I believed he understood my resolve, yet I continued to instill fear with my army. Then, my son returned, this time with his own forces. I engaged him in a one-on-one battle, and despite my relentless attacks and knocking him down repeatedly, he refused to yield, fully aware of his slim chances of victory. I must commend his bravery, though it bordered on recklessness. I nearly gained the upper hand until that woman reappeared, leading to my defeat, the loss of my crown, and a significant weakening of my powers. However, the overworld should not celebrate just yet, for I will return stronger than ever, aided by a certain Heart of Ender. To achieve this, I must capture a small illager who possesses the power of that formidable entity, and the last I heard, he was mingling with a group of humans who refer to themselves as the Heroes.